Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound. I'm your host, Sean. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. So, I have kind of a public service announcement, all courtesy of one patron that had emailed me that is going through, well, some issues, or maybe more appropriately, a growing pains of sorts, dealing with eBay. Okay, more specifically, and you guys have heard me talk about this subject all the time, the mystery, like, unsearched roles that sellers are hawking on eBay is nothing new. All right, first of all, it's been around since the inception of eBay back in the late 90s. Just make that absolutely perfectly clear. um, but in this case, all right, we've come to a situation that generally you can't really do anything about. However, there are insinuating circumstances that I believe need to be talked about in this particular case. I'm going to go ahead and read verbatim on this email exactly what's been going on. Okay, I want you guys to kind of uh, play your own assessment. Okay, what other things can he do in this case to try and get his money back from something like this? We usually don't talk about money back, any sort of returns when it comes to unsearched roles on eBay. Once you open the rolls, that's it. Okay, and that's why the return policy is what it is on those type of items. Usually, they are mandated by the sellers less so than eBay. eBay generally will side with the buyer. Maybe you've heard that before. Um, which in this case, it might actually work into the buyer's favor. So this is going to be an interesting kind of look into how we can, I guess, deal with these kind of situations with these mystery unsearched roles. All right, so the email is from. I'm just going to go and use the email kind of like address handle. SK Champions Forever is the name of this individual. Um, and he's really in need of some quality advice, and that's the heading on the email. Let's see if if he gets hosed or if there's something we could do here. I say quality advice because I started collecting and soon to start selling pennies that I have found some error pennies of variety. So the kind of like the all of the as I read through this, things are going to seem a little broken and just kind of like not complete with the sentences, punctuation issues and all that. Today, though, or should I say for about 3 weeks, I had an issue with a seller on eBay who was not refunding my $101.65 on 7 rolls of vintage pennies with a Merc dime showing and guaranteed to have a penny from 1909 to 1920, 1920 to 1930, and 1932, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so the seller is guaranteeing one coin from each of these, I guess, time periods or two decade time spans. All right. Um, what I got was 7 crappy silver mercuries and 7 rolls of 40 pennies, all from 1940 to 1950 and 51 to 58. So 40 to 58, which is pretty much kind of like the most meaningless dates as far as just like dates in general. There's a lot of varieties you can find in these particular dates. Just flat out sold me crap. I bought them to keep collecting every year. Of Wheat Penny, an awesome AU 58 to Mid State 65 by what I would think is Mid State 65. Anyhow, could you please suggest like 3 to 4 coin dealers that you know of online that are honest and have fair prices on all coins and bullion? Investigating. I don't know what that is. I just broke my cherry, started like 8 months ago. Okay, so you can use a little help. You're still wet behind the ears, obviously. It takes years to, get all the education down. I chose the dealer by feedback and they almost got burned, but I got eBay involved and he chose to change his way of doing business. And 2 days later, my account was refunded. That's great news. I watch you, Blue Ridge Silverhound, almost every single day at some point, and although I may not always agree with you, I respect your knowledge, your kindness, and your sense of humor, although a little dry at times. That's what I do. I'm all dry. I listen very closely because I checked out 5 people who do the same thing you do online with coins, and in my opinion, in order was BRSH, JB Coins, Coin Help You, Couch Collectibles, and in that order when I get online. Okay. Enough of my babbling. If you are interested in suggesting a few online sellers who I can trust purchasing coins from, okay, yes, I can certainly do that. eBay is kind of a different story because you have a marketplace full of a lot of different dealers. All right, and again, the whole usage of the feedback platform is important in a way that you could really gauge the type of business that they do. Okay, how satisfied are customers? Are people getting exactly as expected, if not more? All right, which today it's tough because we're all trying to get the piece of the pie. By hook or by crook. You've probably heard that expression before. Unfortunately, that is kind of the case when it comes to something like this. He did exactly what he needed to do, okay? The thing is, when you're selling on eBay, you got to make sure that the description matches the pictures. Everything just kind of has to have this synergy about it in order to have a successful sale. Because if you don't have that, you really leave yourself a lot of, I guess, loopholes, things of that nature to get a charge back, and that's what you don't want. In this particular case, all right, the buyer, SK, actually did all the right things, all right, and he's probably grouped along that less than 5% of people that buy these mystery unsearched roles and have successfully gotten their money back, okay? And it's all in the word, in the verbiage within the description. It's almost like, if a lawyer was going to go through, pages of testimony and paperwork and all that, they look for loopholes like that so that they can win their case. I know it sounds silly to even, kind of like match the two, but it's true. It's legit. My perception of this never changes. Stay away from these unsearched roles. If you're new in the hobby, okay, you're going to find that you're going to buy these things. At first, you're going to have kind of like that moment of satisfaction, all right? And that's what we all want. We're like, I got to have it now. I like what I see. I'm going to go ahead and, go ahead and pull the trigger on this particular sale. And the one thing that you got to keep in mind with these sellers is they're playing off of the common feeling of gambling when it comes to selling these, because that is something that is inescapable at times. All right, there's a little bit of like, oh, take a chance. It's like the little guy on your shoulder just telling you, just go ahead and do it. It raises your endorphins. You get all stirred and crazy, excited. Until you open the product, and then ultimately it's a losing proposition. And most of the time, it really is that. So you want to make sure that when you're doing these things, is that you buy from established sellers. I know that's kind of hard to do, if and only if you're interested in these type of products. All right. Now there are established dealers online outside of the eBay network that do similar things like this. Okay, so you also want to be aware of those type of dealers. The dealers I like sell quality material. All right. As far as the auction side goes, I still like eBay if and only if I could buy quality material. Most of the time, it's going to be graded coins. Okay, graded coins for a typeset, for investing purposes. Probably I would stay away from bullion because there's artificial run-ups and bid chills going on there at any given time. So usually with bullion, I like to deal with AppNex, Modern Coin Mart. to name a few, precious metals dealers. Plus, they also give deals on bulk. All right, you buy bulk. All right, you get a little bit of a discount. You pay with a check or a wire, you get a discount in proportion to paying with a credit card. Okay, you pay more with using a credit card or PayPal than you would doing a check or wire. All right, so that's PMs. As far as other auction sites, again, when you're buying, great collections, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers Galleries, Legend, David Lawrence. These are all fantastic dealers to use. As far as regular dealers, the dealers that I like to deal with, all right, sell some of the most highest quality stuff. It's not for everyone, but a few that come to mind are like Broken CC. They're the dealer out in Nevada that deals pretty much in a lot of high-end Morgan dollars. I also deal with Reeded Edge. They're actually back east, I believe, in Maryland. Let's see. There's a number of them. If you go online and just type in online coin dealers, then there's going to be a whole bunch of them. Or if you picked up like a publication like Coin World Magazine, which is available at either through a subscription service on their website, or you could pick one up at like a Barnes & Noble. Okay, they have those there too. Usually they will, but being that we're, kind of like going up and down with this pandemic thing, last time I was there, they didn't have their July issue. All right, so anyways, yeah, the mystery unsearched roll phenomenon, you got to keep in mind that it's not going to change. As a matter of fact, there's going to be an evolution with these things. People are going to get more brazen, more crazy with the false claims that these provide. And believe me, do not get suckered in. All right. Again, the instance of this one individual, okay, is probably less than 5% of actual kind of like wins when it comes to chargebacks or return. Usually, it's just not the case with these rolls, because once you open the roll, okay, and then everything is as described per the seller's description of the item, okay, you're stuck with the coins, plain and simple. But yeah, that's this story in a nutshell right here. Another thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is the market in general. It's kind of at a funny point right now. Okay, it's been busy the last 3 months since I would say late February. I mean, it was busy before that. It's just from January to June was considered the off season for a lot of other things, but it is the busy season for coin sales, all on its own. Right now, we're kind of in a funny spot only because it's different circumstances than it ever has been because of COVID-19, and we've seen tremendous run-ups in the amount of sales. Okay, we've seen upticks of coins and related products jump up about 10 to 15% in value, which is incredible. You don't see stuff like that unless we are truly like in the middle of a recession. Now, unemployment is high right now. Okay, some would say we're not quite in a recession, although the housing market has dipped in a lot of places. Here in California, we're not immune to that. But in any event, probably right now, I would say it's still a buyer's market. So keep that in mind. A lot of the product that is out there will be a lot higher than it usually has been. So I want you to keep that in mind. And as we go into these summer months, I have no doubt that there's going to be less inventory of things. As you guys have probably heard, the Fed Reserve has reallocated coins to other areas that don't have it. So they're pulling coins from certain regions and certain cities from these banks, and then they're taking it to other areas that have none. Okay, how can the country be short in actual physical money from one place to another is beyond me. But to avid coin roll hunters, keep in mind that that is happening right now. But we are seeing all sorts of weird shifts in the hobby, in the economy, in the business as a whole. My local dealer has been getting silver, selling it right away. Like I saw my dealer the other day, and he just picked up a bunch of 90%. I bought all of them. Bam, that's it. And he said, "Yep, this is the way it's been. If you're not there at the moment that we're offering this stuff, it is gone." So, anyways, that is kind of a overall general conversation. The meat and bones is definitely on the unsearched rolls returns issue. Okay, again, 95% of the time you will get hosed. You will get sent over to Pound Town, Population U, and probably 10 other people that also do these mystery rolls too. I've done videos where I break into some of these rolls, and they are not fantastic. Take it from me. I've done the testimonial videos. Go ahead and check it out from the last 3 months, and you'll see I've broken piece dollar full silver rolls that had nothing but common dates in them. I opened up a Buffalo nickel roll that had probably some of the least desirable dates that you could possibly ask for the money. A lot of the times for the money, it's way too risky. And that's why they call it gambling. This is another form of gambling. If you can't make it to the casino to sit there and pull that trigger, or, say double down on something, then, it's all gambling. And you have to see it as that and tread lightly, because $101 isn't a ton of money. To some people, it is a lot of money, but keep in mind, okay, the rewards risk whole factor can get a lot deeper, way deeper, guys. And then that's where you can find yourself in financial trouble. So anyways, that's going to do it for this particular episode. Stay tuned for the Pocket Change Market Report coming up later today. It was certainly a pleasure. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Would love to hear your thoughts on any of the stuff I talked about today. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notification. And as always, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. So until next time, you guys enjoy the hobby, and I'll see you on the next coin video. You guys take care. Ooh, that's right.